blinds, get a little light in here, a little natural light. Still fairly dark outside, but the sun looks to be coming up. Grab a seat on my futon. Turn on the fireplace. Was watching an old movie again for the second day last night called Boys of Brazil. I think it's pretty good. It was made in like the late 70s. Stars Gregory Peck and Laurence Olivier. And Laurence Olivier is a Nazi hunter. And Gregory Peck is Joseph Mengele, the infamous doctor in Auschwitz. And apparently they're trying to revive make it a Fourth Reich or another coming of Aryanism and Hitler and whatever. And Gregory Peck's character, Mengele, apparently cloned, spoiler alert, but the movie's 50 years old, a bunch of cloned Adolf Hitler, and is they're now 14 years old in the movie, and they're trying to recreate the life setting that made Adolf Hitler who he was, and trying to create a whole bunch of them. And I got tired at the end and fell asleep in the last 40 minutes, but honestly, it was kind of a scary concept. And Gregory Peck plays a very scary Joseph Mengele in it. So I actually think the movie's pretty good. Looking forward to finishing it tonight. Oh, let's go get some coffee. Let us go get some coffee. Let's get some water first. Here we go. Kind of leaving it dark for you. Sort of fun doing the show in the dark and having the sun light the house. We'll go a Grey Cup today. I haven't done a Grey Cup in quite some time. Let me get a little tissue. Oh. Show you my fireplace again. What a nice way to start the day, or I'll tell you, I know I don't like wasting electricity, so I don't usually, but sometimes I'll leave my house and I'll leave it on, or at least I want to leave it on, because it's nice coming home to a crackling fireplace. And I enjoy that a lot. Grab a seat over here. Oh, my feet are just a hint chilly. I'm gonna go get my slippers, because if you can make yourself 1% more comfortable, why wouldn't you do it? There we go. Oh, sip of water. Oh. Let's see. Good morning, Narinder. How are you? I had a good evening. I worked yesterday. Got home kind of late. And just getting going this morning. Honestly, I woke up in bed and I was hoping it was still like, I didn't have to get up. I didn't have to run off to work or anything like that. But I think it was time. But still, I was kind of hoping it was like 3 in the morning so I could drift back off to sleep. I remember that feeling as a kid, and I used to have that a lot. But I think for a good chunk of my life, I was afraid of waking up during the night because anxiety, and I was usually drinking at the time or drinking during those years, and it would be hard for me to get back to sleep, and I couldn't, and I'd toss and turn. And I'll tell you what, there's nothing more than anxiety running wild during the night and worrying if you're going to get back to sleep and doing anything you can to quiet your mind. At least that's the way I was living for the longest time. Now I kind of just make the best of it, and I'm thankful for the peace and quiet and comfortable bed and the warm blankets. There we go. Wow, when it's dark out, that light, the candle really casts a lot of light. Good morning, 56. It's 12:35 in the afternoon in the United Kingdom. You have been work already on a break, then going back later. You're a caregiver. Oh, well, that's so nice. What a nice job title. Caregiver. You give care to people that need it. I mean, you're giving of yourself so much. What a noble profession. And we had, my mom died of Alzheimer's about 5 years ago. And at the time, my dad and mom were living with my sister, but they needed help. I don't know if anyone's had anybody with Alzheimer's. It requires a lot. And they needed some help, and they had a caregiver come every day, and she really became part of the family and was such an important piece. Yeah, so way to go. Let's see. You work with a gentleman who has dementia. Okay. I wonder how far along they are. Yeah, it's interesting as you age, and again, I think I've had a lot of life experiences, but again, it's interesting as you age and you see things and you understand, I don't know, you get wiser with age. You're not perfectly wise, but you learn things, and yeah, I wonder how far along the gentleman you work with is, because I could see it during my mom's stages, and yeah. Good morning, Bob Ballard. How are you this morning? And good morning, good morning, good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Saturday morning. It is November 8th. It is 6:39 a.m. Happy Saturday. This is a show I've done. It's a little show I've done. I don't know if it's a little show or just a show, but either way, I know one thing. I know that it's a show that I've done for quite some time. It is a show about me talking. It is a show about me sharing some feelings, sharing a little bit about the ups and downs we have in life, kind of sharing the adventure of my life as I kind of go through it and narrate things I learn along the way, or things that are important to me, or little funny experiences, or what have you. Good morning, Michael. But anyway, for those that have been watching a while, you know it is not just a show about me talking. For those that have been watching a while, you know it is also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I got a nice hot cup of coffee. I don't know if you can see the steam or not from the candlelight, but I believe that it's steam. Oh, I can see the steam, so it's steaming, let me tell you. And I have a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me, and I'm so excited to have my first sip. My hope is wherever you are and whatever you're doing, that you have a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Oh, it's the pumpkin spice. Made it a little strong today. I mean, I got 2 large bags of the Starbucks pumpkin spice. Oh, I shut the cabinet. I'm happy about that. I was worried I didn't. Big bags. Poured a little extra in. I don't know if it was by accident or on purpose, but either way, I think everything happens for a reason. And glad I did. So I'm gonna have another sip. Oh. How much do those bags cost? Well, I'll show you one. They're not that large, but I mean, they're 17 ounces. Here is what I'm talking about. Here is a large bag of the Starbucks pumpkin spice. It's 17 ounces. I think usually these might be $15 or so. They were on sale because I think it was end of the season, and I think they were half price. So I think I got them for like $7.50 or $7.49 or something like that. I was at the store the other day, as I mentioned yesterday, and they were bringing out some holiday roasts and some peppermint mocha. And for some reason, they had them on half price. I should have bought a couple bags. But I have too much coffee in my house, and honestly, I kind of look at it. Most of you know I edit these live videos. I go live every day, and I've been doing it for about 6.5 years. I started when I was living in my dark apartment, in a dark apartment. It really wasn't that dark, but in my mind, my life was dark at the time. I'd broken up with the woman of my dreams. I had to move out of the house that we shared together with her kids, and leave my dog, the family I was trying to be a father figure to, and moved across town out of this awesome neighborhood into a neighborhood that I didn't know and didn't feel as warm and fuzzy about. And started doing this show back then. And switched from Facebook to TikTok to YouTube in the last year. But anyway, I go live every morning, and I edit all these live videos into shorts and TikToks and Reels. And actually, I think sometimes people will suggest, because it takes a long time to edit the videos, and I'm about 2 months behind in the editing process. And it's a labor of love, if you will, because for me it's fun finding little good segments out of each video that are valuable. And but I gotta listen to them all and edit them all, and for an hour-long video it might take me 4 hours of editing time to find 3 or 4 good shorts, Reels, or TikToks. But anyway, I'm about 2 months behind in the editing process. It's something I try and keep at every day to not get further behind. I almost feel the coffee I have is an obligation in the same sort of way. Like, I want to get these, I've got like 8 different coffee bags in there, and I want to get it down to a more manageable supply. So despite the fact, long story short, despite the fact that they had the peppermint mocha Starbucks on sale at the grocery store yesterday, I didn't buy it. I mean, I didn't need to spend the money. I like less stuff. But I also feel a responsibility to winnow the supply of bags I have down. I don't know if you know what I mean. There's some coffees that aren't my favorite in there. I should probably just throw them out. There are like a third of a bag left or a quarter of a bag, and I go, well, I don't know why I do that. I should probably throw them out. Good morning, Kevin. Oh. Somebody said peppermint mocha is a bit excessive. What do you mean? I just don't even understand what you're talking about. I mean, I will agree, getting a 9th bag of coffee would be a bit of excessive, but I'm not sure why peppermint mocha itself would be excessive. Do people recognize me from my lives? I moved to Appleton in February. Appleton's a town in Wisconsin. It's about 200 miles north of Chicago. And I moved here in February. I've had maybe 4 or 5 people come up during that time, maybe more, and say, hey, are you the guy that I follow you on Instagram, or I see your lives on this or that. So occasionally, but back where I was living, it happened a lot more. Somebody's saying peppermint mocha, 56. First of all, change your name, 56. Peppermint mocha, only on Christmas morning? No, I mean, what would we do with the bag for the rest of the year? No wonder it's on sale. You have such a harsh attitude, my viewers today. Somebody says they live in Green Bay. Do you live in Green Bay, really? Oh. Good morning, Mindy Hopkins from Baltimore. Hello from Russia. Bob Ballard says he needs to change his tire today. There is snow out here. Well, Steven says, okay, Steven, I don't know this area enough to know where Bandul is. But I've been up in Green Bay a few times in the last couple months, and I've enjoyed it. I'd like to go, and I like to fish, and I haven't caught a fish in Wisconsin. I don't know. I think Green Bay could be a cool town. I'm impressed with the state of Wisconsin and the people in Wisconsin. And if I lived here a long time, and I don't never know what the future holds, it'd be hard not becoming a fan of the Green Bay Packers. Good morning, Melissa from France. How are you? You caught a nice catfish on the Fox. It's weird, the Fox River's huge and it runs throughout northern Wisconsin. I live about a mile from it, and haven't caught anything. Haven't really tried for catfish. I'm not a big catfish fisherman. I've seen people pull a lot of like sheep's head out of that. I like smallmouth bass, and it might not be a good fishery for smallmouth bass, but I'll bet you Green Bay is. Oh, that's nice. So it's Saturday morning. It is Saturday morning. Got a good night's sleep. Read 2 more chapters from the Bible yesterday. Leviticus 3 and 4. I will tell you what, God in the Old Testament was a butcher, as were his priests. I mean, I might have had nightmares last night about the Old Testament, chapter 3 and 4, about these burnt offerings and what to do with various body parts. I mean, honestly, it's rather grotesque. It's rather grotesque. I'm gonna keep reading, but I don't know if the Old Testament has anything to do with the spirituality that I have found over the last 5 or 6 years. You know, and 56 says that is why he sent Jesus. Well, and I almost don't even think it's the same God from the Old Testament to the New. Because, yeah. Or the same Lord they're referring to. And I don't know. But again, it's just weird reading how specific he is and how he talks about people, putting people to death. And yeah, the grotesque details and how you throw blood at the altar as a sacrifice to the Lord. Just a bunch of stuff that I don't believe in at all. At all. Like a pleasant aroma to the Lord. How many times did I have to read that line? Like the Lord cares about a pleasant aroma, or needs us to throw blood at an altar, or make the ark 2.5 cubits wide and 1 cubit high and whatever with gold and jewelry. I mean, honestly, all the stuff in the Old Testament seems like it's worshiping false idols. You know, there's a love of gold, or the specific color you're wearing, yarn matters, or exactly how you wash your feet, and maybe that's the point of Christianity, and maybe that is, and maybe that's where I'm going. Because I'm reading this, I'm going, wow, this is silly. You know, I hate to be sacrilegious. But yeah, it just seems barbaric. We used to sing hymns in the school when I was growing up, but because of the amount of diversity that came, it was stopped because it offended them, which I don't agree with. You loved them. I grew up, I wasn't raised in church at all. I grew up lying about, I mean, not lying, but occasionally I'd tell people just out of shame that I didn't go to church. I'd say, oh, I'm Catholic, or I'm this, because I was embarrassed and I didn't really understand. So I can understand the want to separate religion and school for sure. I wouldn't want to send my kid to a school if I was an atheist or an agnostic. I certainly wouldn't want them teaching Christianity or Judaism or Islam in public schools. So I understand why they stopped having you sing hymns in school. As wonderful as it is that you were singing a hymn, but I can understand that. Old Testament was the transition from oral histories and the hyperbole parables that sold the message through better memory retention because of the outlandish stories frame written language. Well, I don't know about any of that. Yeah, I don't know about any of that, but maybe. Oh, it feels so good. Feels so good. Feels quiet. Somebody said, I am drinking coffee at 7:50 a.m. and he is drinking beer. We are not the same. Well, it is very true that we are not the same. There's probably a lot of differences between us, besides what we're drinking and what time zone we're in. And I would encourage you to be you and be the best version of you can. And I'll keep doing the same over here. And we'll learn our lessons on our own. And if you're happy drinking beer at 8 in the morning, more power to you. Hello, Squid Kid. You love my channel. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Have I ever enjoyed a blunt with my coffee? I'm assuming when you say a blunt, you actually mean a cigar that's emptied out and marijuana is put in on the top part. Is that what you mean by a blunt? Or are you just saying a blunt as like a code name for smoking weed? Wait, you said yes. I don't know what you're saying yes to. Do you mean the literal what a blunt I believe is? Because I've never literally had an emptied out cigar with weed while smoking coffee. But I certainly have smoked weed while drinking coffee. All right, well, you mean an actual blunt? Then no. I've never had an actual blunt while drinking coffee. I don't think so. Wasn't my thing. I used to smoke a lot, though. It was funny, I was talking to a woman yesterday, and she kind of embarrassingly confessed that since she grew up in the 80s or whatever, she's a little older than me, just a couple of years, that although alcohol wasn't ever her thing, she used to smoke weed a lot. Like a long time ago. And I go, I used to do that every day. Yeah. Women scare you. Again, back to we're all different, and women are certainly different. I think women generally are more like women, and men are generally more like men. So I would say somewhat more challenging to understand. Mars is a huge weed lover. I might need some more coffee. I might need some more coffee. A lot of people smoke pot these days. And again, I don't smoke. I don't smoke pot anymore. I didn't like it after 15 years of doing it every day. I wonder how much you guys really like it still. It used to leave me feeling very unsatisfied. But I'm gonna get a little more coffee. You guys wanna keep talking? How's our audience? 52, 25 thumbs up. That's a pretty good audience. It's not quite glorious. I think, I used to call every audience glorious. And maybe that's a better way to do it. Maybe that's a more grateful attitude. But for some reason, the other night, I said, hey, I was editing a video and I had 70 plus viewers. And I said, that's a glorious audience. And I thought maybe 70 plus viewers was truly glorious. Below that wasn't. I think I prefer to like it all. You quit for a long time and just started back up. Well, then you obviously quit for a reason, Stephen. And you started back up, which is okay. But I assume whatever reason had you stop smoking will come back. And you'll probably, I know for me, and we all know it. I don't want to make today about a pot smoking day, but yeah, the highs doesn't work anymore. Just moved into a townhouse last night after leaving your apartment. No work this weekend. Gonna hit the breakfast diner. Well, that is a good plan, Stevie K. That is a good plan. I love a good breakfast diner. You know, like a joint. Yeah. What are you gonna get at the breakfast diner today, Stevie K? In a perfect world, what do you get? Good morning, Peyton. How are you? Why am I so bald? What am I having for dinner? What do you mean, what am I having for dinner? What do you mean? All right, you're right. Was that Adam Ant 56? Did you say that was Adam Ant? I know the song Don't Speak. What do you do? Yeah. Let's see, John 3:16. I can't wait till I'm reading the Bible 2 chapters at a time. And I've seen like John 3:16 held up, and I forget even what John 3:16 says. Maybe that's the one that says Christ died on the cross for our sins or something like that, but I don't know. But either way, I'm gonna cry when I get to John 3:16 in the Bible. I'm gonna play a drum roll and then read it. I'm gonna go, well, I guess it's better than talking about bull entrails and throwing blood at an altar. Most diners have an all-included plate with everything on it, so probably they can get it. Eggs, bacon, pancakes, and toast with some coffee. Well, all right. John Dowd said it's heartbreaking what he's going through. John, he's just going through life. Somebody just said it's heartbreaking what Bruce Willis is going through. He's going through life, and part of life is death, and it's happening to us all. We're all going through it. We're all going through it, and he's just in a later stage of life than we are right now. So I would say, rather than waste your energy feeling heartbroken for what Bruce Willis is going through right now, put that energy towards valuing your life, your day, your moment, because we're all going to go through that in one form or another. You didn't realize he's that old. What is he, like 70? I think he's like 10 years older than me. He might be 68, 70. Again, I would advise you just to appreciate the time you have. I've lost my mother, my brother, and my sister in the last 5 years. And I've done my best, instead of being heartbroken by those losses, learn from it and tried to enjoy or appreciate the blessing that is life. And you don't know Bruce Willis, and he doesn't know you. Again, he's just going through what we all go through. And you said you didn't realize he's that old. I am telling you, we are all going to be that old soon. Time goes so quickly. Was I a police officer? No, never. I would never have been a cop. And I don't want to stereotype anybody, but I might. I don't have that. I'm not saying all cops are tough guy wannabes or tough guys or anything like that or whatever. But I just don't have that tough guy gene in me that I feel bad when people are pulled over. Not that the cop's not doing his job, or not that I'm not glad to have him around, but I'd go, okay, well, just be careful next time. I could have been a fireman, but I could never have been a cop. Oh. Wow. We have a glorious audience this morning. Just a glorious audience this morning. If anybody new here, we'll tell you what, I would like to become a content creator full-time. I think it's what I'm going to do. I have 2 other jobs, and I apply for new jobs every day. I was working at 2 different jobs when I first got here. I started a couple new jobs a couple months ago. They're not super needy for work for hours for me, or don't have a ton of hours available. So I'm keeping my eyes open, which is kind of fun. I think I'm almost addicted to job hunting. It's almost like, again, I think searching for a job and searching for a mate is very similar, and jobs are like relationships in a lot of ways. But I almost feel like I'm addicted to, I don't know, Match.com, but I'm, instead of going through women, I'm searching through jobs. And instead of uploading pictures, I create a resume or a cover letter and send them off. And I'm telling you, it feels just the same. And instead of waiting for a like or a heart or a whatever happens on internet dating, I'm waiting for a human resources person to send me an email asking for more information or to set up an interview. The feeling's just the same. I think I'm addicted to looking for jobs right now. It's kind of fun though, because you put yourself out there. I go, hey, well, that's a cool place, or I've always enjoyed that. Maybe that would be cool. Anyway. Where was I going with this? Oh, but anyway. My dream is to become a full-time content creator, and I think my show has value. I think I share a message of hope and of experience and of imperfection and accepting of that imperfection. So if you'd be so kind and you're new here to click a like, thumbs up, give me a thumbs up. You have to double tap the screen to do it. I greatly appreciate it. I think the more thumbs up I get, the bigger audience that YouTube pushes me out to, and I'd appreciate that. Am I living in the late 90s or something? Are you talking to me? I'm not living in the late 90s. I did live in the late 90s. It's so funny. Young people these days weren't alive in the late 90s. Thank you, getting to know you. We do have 34 thumbs up. Do I like comedy? That's interesting you say that. I had a friend reach out to me and, what's his name? Not James Spader. What's his name? He was the actor in Tommy Boy. Not the big guy, but the little guy, the little friend. I don't know, a comedian is coming to the Fine Arts Center here in, or Performing Arts Center here in Appleton. David Spade, thank you. Yeah, David Spade is coming to the Performing Arts Center here in Appleton, Wisconsin in January. And I had a buddy reach out and suggest I go, and said he's seen a bunch of comedy shows in the last couple of years and really enjoys them, and thought I'd enjoy it. Something to look forward to in, late January. So anyway, do I like comedy? I don't know. I mean, kind of. But either way, he's coming about a block away from here. I looked at the tickets. They range, and it might have been a site that pumped up the prices, but I don't know. But it was like Ticketmaster. The cheapest I saw was like $100, and they ranged up to $1,100 for a ticket to see David Spade. It's interesting. I probably want to go see him more, that they've created scarcity and made it expensive. If it was free, I don't know if I'd go to see David Spade, on stage over there. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't. If he set up a stage in that park right over there and had 27 people watching him, I don't think I'd go watch him. But the fact that he's in some fancy Performing Arts Center right over there, charging $100 to $1,000 a ticket, makes me almost want to go. Lynn paid $50 for the Long Island Medium. Yeah, no, I remember that being a big show. A bunch of people would be there. I knew a bunch of people would talk about going there, and I ran into people and said, oh, she was wonderful. The Long Island Medium. John says the demand isn't there. I'll bet you he sells out. I'll bet you, and I don't know. I honestly kind of always thought he was a bit of a whiny little bitch. I mean, that's part of his shtick a little bit. He was funny as the straight guy to Tommy Boy, but I never watched his show. He had a show on TV that I never watched, and he had some funny skits on Saturday Night Live, but I couldn't imagine really greatly enjoying him, but part of me wants to go. No way he sells like Chappelle and some other big acts. Well, I'm not saying he is as big of a draw as Dave Chappelle, but I still bet he sells out that place. Thank you, Bob Ballard. Oh, again, a glorious audience today with 50 people watching and 35 thumbs up. If we have any new viewers, please double tap the screen. I'd appreciate it. It is 6:14 in Pakistan. It is 7:14 a.m. here in part of the United States where I am. Somebody says, hi, coffee man. Well, hello to you. It's funny because every morning I say, share my love of coffee. I don't know if I have that much of more of a love of coffee than most people. Just kind of seems like a nice backdrop to talk to you fine folks. And many of us start our day with a nice cup of coffee or two. Oh, is there any heavier topic we want to talk about? We don't need to. We don't need to. Stevie K says coffee is great. Stevie K, you're in the music industry, right? I think you're in the music industry in some capacity. I forget. I think it might be a good idea. I might, even if you're not anybody famous, to add official to the end of your name might be a good marketing strategy. Like if I changed it, the official Coffee with Ken page, my audience would grow tenfold. If, I don't know what you're saying, somebody with looks like a Russian looking name, I'm not even sure what letters those are. That might not be Russian at all. Okay, I remembered correctly. Justin wants me to actually change my name, add official to it. But you know what I mean. I am indeed the official Coffee with Ken. Stevie K, since you have an official name already, use that fame, whatever fame you have because you have official tied to your name, to spread the word of Coffee with Ken. Please, you hop on. I don't know if you have any fame or if your fame is more grandiose, but I do like your name. I tell you what, I'll spread the Stevie K official page and you share, well, what's that called when we work together? And you share Coffee with Ken. What's it called? I forget. Somebody went on a coffee date today. She's a nice girl. Well, way to go. That's exciting. Do I think the earth is flat? No. I don't collab. Yes, we could collab, Stevie K. I will spread, I was listening to some country music. Any chance you're into country music, Stevie K? I doubt it. I doubt it. But I was listening to some country music yesterday as I was driving around. Well, Dark Star, I'm glad you're here today. I'm just teasing, Stevie K. I appreciate it, though. You don't mind country music. I wonder what kind you like. I don't know. Lynn Witkowski, which is kind of a hard name to say, asked me if I've ever considered a word that I don't know what the word means. I kind of think I know what that word means, but I'm not even going to say it. Hans Gruber, my favorite actor from Die Hard, is reading Carl Sandburg. Japan, well, thank you. I do have a peaceful spirit. I don't know. I appreciate that. A lot of people say I have a good energy or a good vibe. A peaceful spirit seems even more sage-like. What is my view on black people as a white, bald man? Well, I'm a little saddened that you look at me as a white, bald man and not as just a human being. And I would hope that that's how I look at people regardless of their color, as human beings first. Yeah. Let's see. We don't care about hair. Well, thank you so much. Well, thank you so much for not caring about hair. I mean, honestly, I don't care that much about hair. I don't know why so many people on YouTube are fascinated with baldness, but that's cool. I look like a trusted adult. Have I ever considered growing out the beard? Well, I've already got about 2 or 3 days on it, and I do it every few weeks. I won't shave for maybe a week or so, but then I hate the feeling. I think tomorrow will be the perfect length of facial hair for me. But I don't do it too often. I don't like it after it's like 4 or 5 days long. Jim Rat, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Hair is almost always just in the way. Do you guys know that Jonathan, the guy that played Jesus Christ on The Chosen? I don't know if any of you are on Facebook, but he's promoting the prayer app. I forgot the name of the prayer app, but he reads verses from the Bible on the app apparently now. And there's a commercial where he's got long hair and he's joking that his hair's in the way and that his hairdresser from the show isn't here. It's just him. It's just Jonathan. And he's trying to get his hair behind his ear and he can't do it. And it kind of is in his face. So that's what that reminded me of. Say lyrics from a pop song. Offhand, I can't. Pop's not my, I mean, when you say pop song, is that the genre or are you just saying a popular song? Did I see the Young Washington movie trailer? No, I can't think of it. I don't know what Young Washington is. Is that a movie coming out? TV show maybe? There's probably a lot of good shows. It's kind of neat, and I don't watch them, and I don't have a bunch of, I have, what do I have? Prime. And that's, I think, the only channel I pay for or subscribe to, because I like to be able to order things from Amazon without delivery. But either way, there's a lot of very, very high quality TV shows that come out on various Netflixes and things like that, or HBO Maxes. So I'll say, although it's sad that the movie business has deteriorated to the point that people almost don't go to see movies anymore, it's nice how many great programming options we have on TV these days. What genre of music do I like? Well, yesterday I was listening to country music. I don't know any old school country. But they were playing a bunch of, kind of pop country songs, I guess. And I'd say if I had to be aligned with one genre of music, it'd be hard rock. It would be AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, Metallica a little bit. If I looked back on my life and said, what music have I spent the most hours listening to, it would be the hard rock. Am I a divorced dad? Yeah. I'm not only a divorced dad, I'm not only a divorced dad, I'm a twice divorced dad. I enjoyed it so much that I did it twice. Again, if I wanted to create a huge, mega successful page, I think if I changed the name of my page to a twice divorced dad, my audience would grow so much quicker than Coffee with Ken. And I'll have people come on and say, hey, you need to have a topic. You should do a podcast, but talk about specific things. And while I do want to grow my audience, I love the freedom of just being able to sit here and talk about anything. And I don't want to sit here and talk about being divorced or about drinking or mental health or coffee or golf or music or whatever. I like to be able to talk about it all. Do you have the same pajama pants? Do you really? I bought them at Target out of necessity. Do you guys know why? I was wearing the same PJ pants for years that my daughters bought me. They were red and they were flannel and they didn't have a fly in front. It was sealed up. And my knees started coming through them. They wore out. And my daughters on Father's Day came up and visited me. My older daughters, that is. I've got 3 beautiful daughters. And bought me some new PJs that were lighter. They were good for the summer, a little cooler, easy to sleep in. You barely know you're wearing them. But they did have a fly. And during a YouTube video, I don't know, about a month ago, apparently I was revealed. And YouTube actually came in and deleted the video. So that day I said, wow, I can't do that. I ran out and bought these PJs, which are a little heavier, a little flannel, and they have a button where it needs to be. So yes, that's my story about that in my PJs. Okay, I saw in the news that Target stores, the new CEO of Target is focusing on the stores themselves, and that they we're focusing on the experience of the shoppers at the stores. For anybody that's been watching a long time, you know that 3 years ago I worked, 2 or 3 years ago, I was working at Target. I just left the real estate business and I needed a job. I was finalizing my divorce. I was in front of the judge and she said, and I go, I'm looking for work. And she goes, well, what prospects do you have? And I go, well, they just offered me a job at Target. And she goes, well, there you go. That sounds like a good start. So I took the job at Target. I didn't really feel I had much choice. Plus, it was the best thing I had offered. But anyway, I worked there and I worked hard, but I was underwhelmed by the condition of the store and the employee attention to the guests. And it felt like, you know, if you walk through the shoe aisle or the clothes aisle, I'd say this store was a mess. And there'd be, I mean, I walk around and I can't leave things, I can't leave garbage on the floor or, I don't know, lipstick not where it's supposed to be on the shelf. And I'd go, wow, I can't believe they don't notice what this store looks like. And I begged the CEO 3 years ago to come out and come to a store. I don't know if they did, but either way, yesterday, Target announced that they are going to address the shopper experience and the messiness of their stores. They had put so much focus, so much employee focus into, you know, a customer ordering things online that half the employees there were running around getting things in a bag and taking them out for the customer that didn't bother getting out of the car to do any shopping themselves. And their focus was so much on that customer that they didn't put enough focus on the people that got out of the car, that strolled the aisles, and that saw the messy stores and saw the empty shelves. And just now, 3 years after, I begged for it. They're listening to me. Not going to save them a lot of time. Employees sitting around on phones. The employees were working fairly hard. The employees worked fairly hard at Target. As a matter of fact, some very hard. I was impressed with some of the work, but I didn't feel it was a cohesive unit. For me, it was a bunch of people working independently, so independently. Like I had 2 aisles I was in charge of stocking, and somebody an aisle over was in charge of those 2. And we could yell over the aisle, but there was no teamwork or very little teamwork there, which felt kind of unusual. And I'm not saying it was wrong, but it felt kind of unusual. Oh, Lynn Witkowski. Where are you from, Lynn Witkowski? If offered, would I take an executive consultant position? Sure. I think I could help companies. I think I could walk in and say, hey, I think I can see things from a boss perspective, from an employee perspective, and from a customer perspective. And I carry myself enough to relate to all 3. And I could talk to a CEO and say, hey, I know you're pleased with the bottom line today, Mr. CEO, but I'm telling you, I've walked through your stores, they're messy. I've talked to your employees, they're not happy. So the bottom line might look good right now, but it may not going forward. What's my opinion on the Philippines? I don't have a big opinion on the Philippines. I bet it's pretty. I think the women are attractive. I think the population is generally shorter, and I believe it's an interesting mix of Asian and Spanish, which is probably a very attractive mix of a genetic mix. That's my opinions on the Philippines. Hans Gruber worked asset management decades ago at Target. Highest theft was razor blades. Well, yeah, now they lock them all up. And they're so crazy expensive. I shave, obviously. I've got a bald head. I go in and buy razors. I mean, there's times in life I've been broke as crap. And I needed razors. And to buy like 3 costs like $20 or something like that. It might not be that high, but it's like 15 or 18, I think. And you need them. You need them. Your uncle lives in Manila in the Philippines. All right. I would like to go to the Philippines. I'm not one that, I don't know that I overly desperately want to travel. If I was going to go anywhere, I'd go to Scotland right now. I talk about going to Argentina. I think that'd be neat. I'd like to visit various places in Europe, but again, I'm fairly content where I'm at, doing what I do, drinking my coffee, growing my page, working out 4 or 5 times a week, and working really hard at night and coming home and resting. So I don't have any great wanderlust that makes me want to go to the Philippines or elsewhere. We have a glorious audience today. A glorious audience. We got 46 people watching. We've got 45 thumbs up. Would appreciate if anyone that's watching right now would double tap that screen and boost my thumbs up over 50. Let's see, Walmart's in California lock up car cleaning materials, clothes, crazy. Well, yeah, because California allows you to steal things and not get in trouble. Is that true? Or am I watching too much Fox News? I don't actually watch Fox News, but I kind of have it on my mind. Again, I edit all these videos, and the videos I'm editing right now are from 2 months ago, which was September 10th and 11th. And it was the day after the Charlie Kirk assassination. So the videos I posted yesterday. It's weird. It's kind of creepy for me to go back in time, because I'm also editing. During that time, I was leaving one job and going to another, and then being told by the other job that they didn't value me. So every morning I'm clicking on a new video and I'm going, I'm going to have to edit this one. I know I was let go this day. This is going to suck. They made felony a misdemeanor. Manila is okay. Okay, all places have their bad side. Under $956. Hello, Queen. Well, thank you. We're almost over 50 thumbs up. Somebody out there tap that screen a couple times. Who's watching? Who's holding back? Who is holding back? Somebody out there, even if you don't like me, give me a double tap. But, oh, thank you. I'm doing great this morning, Cactar Queen. I had a great day of work yesterday. Posted some videos that mattered. Worked out. Ate fairly healthy. Didn't indulge grotesquely in anything fattening when I got home late last night. And excited about the day. I'm probably going to head on over to the gym in a little bit when I'm done with you fine folk. Get a workout. Yesterday I went into the weight room and bench pressed. And I did dumbbell curls and presses, and core work and stretching. Today I'm probably going into the fitness room if I make my way there, which involves the tire flip, the medicine ball toss, the farm carry, I think it's called, something like that, where you carry 2 heavy weights, like 50 pounds, and walk around for a while. I'll tell you what, that's tiring. The sled pull, pull-ups, and some sort of rope pull. Feels really good. Are cruise ships worth it? Are cruise ships worth it? I've been on one cruise in my life. It was 1992, and I thought it was awesome. It was Carnival. It was the Ecstasy ship. We left Miami and hit Cozumel. Jamaica was on that stop. And it's got like 7 Mile Beach, really clear waters. Drawing a blank at the name of it. I think there's a lot of like money laundering that goes on in this island. I can't remember the third one. But either way, it was awesome. I loved the food. There was a casino on it. I happened to win a Grand Cayman, thank you. I happened to win a ridiculous amount of money on that cruise. And I was 24 years old at the time. I was playing blackjack. I used to gamble a lot. And this was my first entry into fairly high level gambling. And in one night I won like 13 grand sitting there. Me and my buddy. And the rest of the cruise, I ended up leaving maybe up 8 or something. But either way, the rest of the cruise, I was this big high roller. And I was buying drinks, and there's a formal night, I think, near the end, and I rented a tux, and there was a couple that was getting engaged, or a gentleman was proposing. I sent him a bottle of champagne. And it was fairly pretentious, but it was fun as hell. So yeah, hey, look at that. We popped up to 55 thumbs up. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, Grand Cayman was cool. It was beautiful. It was really beautiful. Hello from Scotland. Where have you been, my Scottish friend? Okay, I want to talk about that on this. Did women on the boat look at me differently after I hit it big? Absolutely. On the last night, I kid you not, a woman came up and said, "Oh, I can't believe I'm meeting you. You're like a celebrity," or she said something weird like that. I'm just kidding. I had hair back then. I felt like James Bond. It was a pretty cool feeling. Okay, I want to talk about something because I called the woman from Scotland my friend. And I want to distinguish or talk about something that I think is kind of relevant here. I think it's easy for us to connect with people that we see on social media and to just assume that, like, I'm your friend, or because you watch me every morning, that we're good friends, or that you know me, or that you care about me. And I think it's easy for me to feel it reciprocally as well. People hop up and say nice things. But I'm not sure if this is a friend relationship. And I think it might be a fan relationship. And I hate to say it because it sounds sort of pompous, but you guys are probably fans of my show. And I honestly caution anybody to become too involved in me or my show or my life or my ups or downs or whatever. Because at the end of the day, I encourage you all to live your best life. And I don't think your best life is necessarily glued to your phone, watching every detail and engaging in every high and low or every experience I have. I would like you all to live your best life. And while I appreciate you watching and the thumbs up and following along in my journey, I'd also encourage you, remember the point of this all is to have a journey of your own. Yeah. I have so many people watching, and it's so funny. Somebody commented on a Facebook post. I woke up during the night. I shouldn't look at social media. All right, well, Justin, cool. You're a new fan. I appreciate that. But just remember, I'm just a human being. And hopefully, if I talk about going to the gym, you're going to go, hey, crap, Ken's going to the gym. I'm going to go to the gym too. Or going to church, or going to work, or forgiving yourself, or thanking God for something. But don't, I want you to do it too. Have I gotten too close of a fan in a way that negatively affected my life? Well, I think a lot of fans, a lot of people that become obsessed with people on social media, I don't know, I think have idyllic looks at the people they see on their phones. And I realized my friends, I've been blessed with a ton of friends and always have been, and I'm fortunate, and I don't know why God blessed me in the way he did, but he did. And I've always had a lot of friends. Yet I think of very few of them that ever watched my show. I've been best man in, 3 or 4 weddings. I don't think I've stood up in probably 10. And I don't know if anybody's wedding that I ever stood up in watches my show. Yeah. Stevie K. Well, Stevie K, I loved the start of that. I appreciate that. I'll read it. He goes, "You're a personable and cool guy. That's among many other reasons." And I'm going, hey, I like that. And then he goes, "You remind me of my dad." again, I appreciate it because I'm sure apparently you like your dad a lot and you love your dad, and I think that's awesome. But it makes me laugh because I don't know. I actually had like a, I don't know, she was fairly, I think somebody might have actually told me that I remind her of her grandpa. I'm going, holy crap, I feel old. Made me laugh. Where am I from? I'm from Wisconsin. Well, thank you, XL. Am I left-handed? No. What you are seeing is a mirror image. Okay, you know what I mean though, Stevie K. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I figured the way you said it, I knew you loved your dad, so I do appreciate that. I'm telling you, I had a young woman go, I think she might have said you remind me of my grandpa, and it made me go, well, thank you. Hey, Terrence sent 99 cents. Terrence, I so appreciate that. I don't even know who you are, Terrence B. But I appreciate you sending the 99 cents. It means a lot. Again, I'd like to do this full-time someday, and I have a lot of fun doing it, and I hope it makes a difference. But again, I don't want anybody to think that again, I've been fortunate to have a lot of friends, and my best friends don't watch this show every day. They live their own lives and have their own issues. And we chat from time to time, and hopefully I raise their spirits a little bit when I reach out. But we all have our own lives to live. And you know, I'd rather you not vicariously live your life through me. You would ask directions of me or advice at work. Well, I would try hard to help you at work. All right, well, Terrence B., you're not subscribed to my show, but you donate a few times. Well, it was very kind of you, Terrence, to donate 99 cents. I really do appreciate it. Again, I'd like to do this full time, so, you know, your 99 cents, I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, well, please do subscribe now, Terrence B. Again, it grows every day. I think we're going to hit 10,000 subscribers by year's end. And again, I'd say this about goals a lot. We put all our focus on reaching some goal, doing 10 pull-ups, losing 5 pounds, hitting 10,000 subscribers. And we get there, and then we go, now what? Oh, you're my newest subscriber. Well, thank you. What would make me think someone is living vicariously through me? I have people watching every day. People that know my story better than I know my story. People that take notes and say, oh, you say this, you said this, you're lying about this. Yeah. What do you do? Why am I here? Now, how do you want me to tell you why you're here? Why do you want me to tell you why you are here? Shouldn't I be asking you why you are here? Why would I know why you are here? I don't know. Because you had nothing to do on a Saturday morning, you're flipping through your phone, and here I am talking. Why should you stay? Why should you stay? I don't know that you should. To be honest, I don't care at all if you stay. Does that appeal to you? If me not caring at all if you stay or go appeals to you, then that would be your answer. Somebody says, make it interesting. Interest, like beauty, is in the eye of the beholder. And you guys are going to see what you want to see. And I'm not going to try and create something for somebody that hops on my screen once on a Saturday morning and tells me to do a backflip or do something different. I'm going to be me, and me's drinking coffee and talking. If you like it, stay. If you don't, don't. Hello, Elon. I am doing well. How are you? Why don't I donate something? All right, Narendra, thank you for showing up today. I appreciate you. Thank you all for showing up today. Hello, German from Texas. Melissa says, I'm right to not care. Yeah. If you're going to do this, you just got to learn not to care at all. Again, I woke up during the night and somebody posted that I don't know who it is on Facebook and saying some hateful thing about me. And I would have, maybe 2 years ago, I would have blocked them or cared or lost a minute of sleep about it. But I'm going, this person doesn't know who I am. I probably couldn't stand this person if I met him in society. Why do I care at all what he thinks? And I didn't. And it was kind of funny. What did he say? He said I was so not self-aware and what a huge narcissist I was. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. He probably heard I voted for Trump and hates me because of it or something like that. And another thing that's freed me up to, there was a few times over the last couple days that people have come up to me with what I would best describe as a bitchy or bad attitude. And there were times in my life that I would have gotten pissed or bothered by it and wanted to drop the gloves and argue back and make it a big deal. And I feel I've grown to the point where I go, and could not give two craps about what they say or their thoughts at all. I can't tell you how liberating that is. Do I play Mobile Legends? No. Well, thank you, XOXO. XOXO, are you 33 years old? Are you 33 years old? Have I ever gotten a physical altercation with a hater? No, Lynn. Okay, you are. Okay, so I do have a pretty good memory for numbers. Yeah, no, I remember you're a young lass from Scotland who's 33 years old. You can't get in a physical altercation with a hater because haters hide behind their computers. They never come out into the real world. Happy birthday, Madeline. Well, we're now getting into a truly glorious audience range. Good morning, Matthew Myers. How are you? Got a little coffee left. We've talked for 85 minutes. Saturday mornings, I used to do this show specifically on Saturdays, and I do it once a week on Saturday. Well, bye-bye, Apache Tomcat. You've been here 2 seconds. Well, I appreciate it. You hop on, you leave, you come, you go. I don't take attendance here. Uh, yeah. Yeah. You don't even have to say you're leaving. But I appreciate you hopping on, wishing me a blessed and wonderful day. And I am blessed. Thank you. What are my plans for Christmas? You guys don't have Thanksgiving in Britain, do you? I'm excited about Thanksgiving. I'm not thinking so far ahead to Christmas. I have no plans for Christmas. I'm going to my brother-in-law's for Thanksgiving, and my two older girls are going to be there as well with all my nieces and nephews. So I'm excited about Thanksgiving, but I certainly haven't looked so far ahead to Christmas. I might just have a quiet day here. It's weird as we age. Yeah. What do we talk about on this channel? We talk about whatever I choose to talk about. Where is the gong? Gong's behind me. I haven't needed it. Everyone's been so well behaved today. They had the Christmas decorations out before Halloween. Yeah. Well, they're always trying to sell something. I am still drinking pumpkin spice today. Tamara. Why did I love drinking coffee? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to past tense it. It tastes good, I think, is the main reason. Maybe it's the drug. Maybe it's the drug. What are my favorite topics? Do I have favorite topics? I'd say the topics that matter the most are to my audience, and I think probably set me, if I had a niche, I guess drinking alcohol or not drinking alcohol, smoking weed or not smoking weed, mental health, divorce, financial highs and lows, real estate, the stock market, politics. I've got a lot of topics. Good morning, Scott. How are you? How are you? Do I like gingerbread lattes? I don't know if I like gingerbread lattes. I don't really spend a lot on coffee. If I go to Starbucks, let's say, I usually just get a coffee with cinnamon powder in it. Elon just subscribed. Well, I appreciate that. If we get a huge number of subscribers today, there's a chance that I could hit 9,700 subscribers today. It's so stupid. I talk about it all the time. Why do I look at goals? Why do I strive for 10,000 subscribers? Absolutely nothing's going to change when I do. The UK has boycotted Starbucks. A lot have shut down. Starbucks is very expensive. Can we be friends? Elon, we can't really be friends, to be honest with you. You can be a fan of my show, but you and I probably are never going to be friends. Good morning, Leanna. How are you? Do I play any games? I mean, I'm not against playing games, but I don't think I can't think of the last game I played. Can I stay the night at my place? No. Have I made any friends from my show? Sure. Well, again, there's a fine line, and I don't think, yes, I definitely made friends from my show. I have 67 likes. I do have 67 likes. Is it a bit chilly in there in Alabama? I should get a PS5. For the record, I think the two worst words in the English language are "you should." Well, I'm sorry, Clashing, that you don't feel you have any friends. I wonder what your definition of friends are and why they're just acquaintances, and at what point do they cross the bridge from acquaintances to friends? That you're too demanding? Do I have to work at my first or second job today? What's funny is, again, I post all these videos or edit all these videos, and you're 2 months behind. So the stories you're seeing in my shorts when I'm talking about first and second jobs are, those jobs no longer exist. I don't work at either the first or the second job. Hello, Esther. How are you? Esther, why do you have the name Kirsty? That's unusual. We truly have a glorious audience today with 72 people watching and 71 thumbs up. I'm not that important for you to keep up. You're just passing the time. Okay. At least I know where I stand with you, that I'm not that important. Why do people drink soda first thing in the morning instead of coffee? Matthew Myers, I don't think that many people do. But if they do, it's probably because they don't like coffee a whole heck of a lot and they like soda. Maybe they want the sugar. But I don't know too many people that open a can of pop first thing in the morning, but I'm sure they're out there. I am too unhappy. Okay. There is one thing I'm slightly unhappy about right now. Just a little bit unhappy about right now. At this moment. Just a little bit unhappy about. Good morning, MCC. In Clashing, you don't have any friends? You just have acquaintances? Am I all right? Yeah, I am all right. I'm all right. It's just a little unhappy. What would happen if we took about a 90-second intermission? I've never taken an intermission on my show. What would you guys think if we took a brief intermission? Justin Vineyard, I don't think it'll pass. I appreciate your positivity. I appreciate your positivity saying it will pass, but it won't pass. All right, I'm gonna take a brief intermission. It won't be more than 90 seconds or so. Oh. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. That was, seriously, I've done this show like 6 years. Yeah, I did this show 6 years. And I don't think I've ever taken an intermission. You are worried about some of your family in Disney today coming home. Why are you worried? You're hoping the flight goes without a hitch? Huh. Are there, oh, I guess I saw something. Again, I don't watch the news. And if almost any time anyone says they're worried, I think it starts with watching the news. Yeah. So if you're worried, you're probably watching the news too much, is usually what it comes down to. That's what I found. Pedro, works great, thank you. Depends what work you're talking about. My 2 jobs I have, I'd say they're going well. They don't need me as much as I'd like to be needed, or probably need to be needed, but they're okay. I wish I'd work more. And because of that, I've been kind of hooked on job searching a little bit, looking for places that need somebody like me a little bit more. Silly Susie says, it's real, flights are canceled and delayed. But, I mean, I'm not flying today. You are so cute. You open your lips way before the cup hits your mouth. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I think I probably drink my coffee kind of like most people. What's my main skill set? Communicating, connecting with human beings, bringing people together, encouraging, inspiring, leading. I would say those are my main skill sets. Yeah. If I had positivity, enthusiasm, hard work, promptness, energy, vibe, good attitude. And honestly, it's been kind of challenging to find a career that fits that. Because I started out as a stockbroker. My two older brothers were stockbrokers before me, and I got into that out of college. Most of my friends that I went to school with got jobs in more typical corporations, and I got into sales. I wasn't that good at sales. I didn't like it that much. But I made a fair amount of money just because it was a profession where you could make a fair amount of money. But I did that for about 10 years, bounced around, tried a few different things for a few years, got into real estate in 2005. I figure pretty smart, I smile, people generally like me. I knocked the ball out of the park as a realtor. And did that from 2005 to the end of 2022, and only did fairly okay. But never loved it, never felt I made a difference in the world. I was making the world a better place. Honestly, I did not get rarely did I get the warm fuzzies helping people buy and sell homes. I didn't feel I impacted the world in a positive place, but I did generate commissions. And that wasn't enough. And a few years ago, during my second divorce, I left real estate. I was 53 years old, and I was trying to reinvent myself at 53, having been a realtor for the longest time. And it was hard. It's been hard. It's been hard. Oh. His and her landscaping is in the house. Can I be an appraiser? I have absolutely no desire to be an appraiser. I don't think an appraiser would match my skill set at all. And to be honest, yeah, I think I'm not thrilled with the real estate industry really as a whole. What appraisers do is they go in, they take a couple measurements, and they try and find a reason to rationalize the sales price of a home. Good money there. You think there's good money in appraising? I mean, do you have any idea what appraisers make? Silly Susie. Let's see. I drink coffee all day. Somebody wants me to start a cult. Somebody wants to measure my forehead. I mean, I'll give you the measurements of my head. It's 7 5/8. Yes, my best friend is one. It's based on number of appraisals. Let's see. I used to be a ranch hand too for 10 years. Those guys work hard and long. Yeah, but I bet you they feel good about what they do. I bet you they feel productive. I bet you they sleep well at night being a ranch hand. I bet they do. I'm only 5'7", and my head's, is the 7 5/8 the circumference? No, my head's bigger than 7 5/8, unless it's not inches. I don't know what that measurement means, the 7 5/8. Bill Michaels says he's a home inspector and there's some shyster house flippers out there. Somebody's begging me to answer them. Hello, Mark from Greece. How are you? How are you? We've turned this into a glorious audience today. A glorious audience today. Oh. You're one of my subscribers from a couple hours ago. Well, I appreciate that. Hello, Destiny Soprano. How are you? I don't know how long we should talk today. This almost feels like I'm cheating. We're not really diving into any great conversations, but we're just talking. You are good. Okay. Give your will and life to the power of Bhakhtar. Wow, they're all coming so quick. You've never been to you're going to see things here you never thought you would see. You never dreamed you would see. The show is so awesome. Yeah. What is my experience with psychedelics? I've done shrooms probably twice. That's my experience with psychedelics. It felt cool, but it's a scary experience in that it's a new high. And after spending years of smoking weed, you realize the weed's no longer getting you high. And you try something else. And you go, wow, that's the feeling I'm looking for. And then you probably get immune to that, and then you try something else. And I don't know, you end up laying in a gutter with a needle hanging out your arm on a street in San Francisco before you know it. Yeah. But anyway, it is Saturday morning. It is 8:19 a.m. Oh. Where am I from? Mark from Greece wants to know where I am from. I am from Wisconsin, which is a state in the United States. It's the state just above Illinois, which has Chicago in it. Most people know Chicago. And I don't wonder if people around the world know where Wisconsin is. Hello, XOXO. Welcome back. Welcome back to you. Yeah. Hello, Jane from Texas. I am doing well. Had a great night's sleep. Had a great day of work yesterday. And kind of excited about my day. It's strange, it's Saturday morning. Over the last several months, at most Saturdays I go out and go to the farmer's market. A couple weeks ago, though, we had our last farmer's market here in Appleton, Wisconsin, and my Saturdays are suddenly a little more free. Somebody said it's pretty cold winters in here. I hope we have a cold winter. I hope we have a snowy as heck winter. Yeah, I really do. I'd love to look outside my windows and see piles of snow and frosty temperatures out there. I say that now. I'm probably going to hate it when it's happening. But I'm looking forward to snow and have enjoyed fall a lot so far. Somebody doesn't like shoveling snow. All right. Do you not like shoveling snow? I always kind of enjoyed it. I can build you a snowman. Don't get me singing Frozen. Do not get me singing Frozen. Let's see. These comments are going so quickly. The comments, I could work shoveling snow. Yes, I could work shoveling snow. Great suggestion, silly Susie. That's such a silly suggestion, Susie. It is one of my favorite memories as a kid. Stevie K Official says, raking leaves and shoveling snow gives you great pride. Yeah, Stevie K, because they're one of those simple things you do where you're working and you are productive and you're not trying to sell somebody something or it's just simple mindless work, but it's real work and it feels good. Do I have a Tim Hortons there? Is that I don't know what Tim Hortons is offhand. All right. You guys want me to... I've had several people ask where the gong is. I haven't needed it till right now. Oh, you can't see it. There's the gong. But I have a recent person hopping on. And I wasn't sure how I'm going to use this. But I don't think I'm going to give anybody... Oh, there it goes. There's somebody that's writing the same thing over and over and over again. So Pajit, who keeps saying he's going to report my channel if I don't say I love India, you are not going to... Uh-oh, what happened? I might have hit the wrong button. Hold on here. Let me try that again. I'm going to hide the user on the channel. Pajit, you've been removed from my show. He insisted. I was trying to get through a show without bringing out the gong. But I had Pajit insisting on typing the same thing over and over and over. Okay, Pennywise says, Ken, I feel like I want to escape and go missing. Any advice? No, I have no advice for that at all, Pennywise. Maybe get off social media. Maybe just kind of hang out at home. Maybe see if you can go a day without talking. Maybe an hour without talking. But I'd start by getting off social media if you really want to go missing. Do you think Pajit will really remember me? I don't even think Pajit cared about me at all. He just wanted to hop on and say a bunch of stuff. Home is the problem. Social media isn't helping, but it's not the problem. I don't know what you mean, Pennywise. If you want to expand, I'd talk about it. Okay. Home is the problem. Does that mean a spouse, parents, kids that you want to escape from? You know, if you have kids that you want to escape from, maybe ask your husband, say, hey husband, I love you, I'm kind of having a hard day. Do you mind staying at home with the kids while I go and get a massage? If it's another problem, I need some more details. Let's see. I'm struggling with family. Thankfully, children are not involved. Well, again, I need more specifics. I mean, I'm not asking for specifics, but I mean, I can't just make up the details of your issues. If you really want advice and you want, I'll give you whatever advice, whatever my advice is worth, I will give it to you, but I'm not going to guess what your issue is. Stevie K, the gong of banishment has spoken. I like it, the gong of banishment. The gong of banishment. Oh, but anyway, we've talked for almost 2 hours. We have talked for almost 2 hours. Despite a lot of resistance on my part, we had to bring out the gong of banishment. WMCC said social media ruined communication between people. Nobody looks up from their phones anymore to say hi. I do. I do. There is a very enraged Pajit out there as he is strategizing. His next move. I've never seen such an enraged Pajit as I did today. Silly Susie, I'm betting you got a new name and have been back. I'm almost betting. Silly Susie, how long's your account been around? You've been probably gonged by me before, and so have you, Millie Hansey. Where can you get a gong like that? You could really gong some coworkers. Amazon is where it came from. You know, get on Amazon and search up gong. And you will be able to find this very gong. Because this is where it came from. Yeah, and I kind of like it. I expected it, I was thinking it'd be a bigger one, but then again, I don't like a lot of stuff. Glad you do, so do I. If you're around my people, your phone's away. Well, you and I are both connecting via phone right now, but I'll tell you, you walk down the street, and you're right, most people are staring at their phones. Yeah, you know, I'd like to have the world be a different place, but I'm just going with the medium that is here. Yeah. Well, I don't know. We've had a glorious audience. Do I do the Gong Show? Yeah, I remember the Gong Show. Let's see. Hold on here. I was on my way watering your petunias. Well, then, I'm glad you watered my petunias. My favorite book. If you're looking for self-help or motivation, I think Compound Effect is my favorite book. My favorite book of all time is Watership Down. It's a fictional tale of rabbits that travel to find a new home and the adventures they go on. A really big gong would be cool, yeah. Pennywise, you're having trouble with your parents and brother. Your brother threatened to kill me and you cut all contact with him. My parents refused to get him help and support him, even though he's doing the same to them. Sorry about that, Pennywise. Yeah. Well, you're getting lots of prayers, Pennywise. I'd say prayers are good, but what really helps is when you pray. Am I a bold brew? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Hello, Darren Loves Pizza. How are you? Is my coffee light or bold? It's pumpkin spice and it's almost gone. Scott, we're going to wrap it up here pretty quickly. You are chasing victory at the casino. Chasing victory at the casino is probably just like chasing a high in life, whether you're drinking alcohol or chasing pretty women or, again, I don't even mean to be on a spiritual high horse, but I think we all chase things in life, a husband or a wife or friends or a great job or money or a high or something like that. And I think chasing things in our lives is a tough way to live. Yeah. When am I having this network event at my place? Tyler, I don't know what you're talking about. What am I hoping for from Santa this year? I mean, I must be getting old. I'm thinking like socks or something like that. Bye-bye, XO. BMW Edits loves my videos. Thank you. Shogun hopes goodwill. I guess goodwill would be nice. This is like a really long Seinfeld episode. What kind of socks? I don't know. I'm just thinking warm socks. Bye-bye, Pedro Bandit. Do I like squirrels or birds more? I mean, when you bring up either of them, I don't get warm fuzzies thinking of birds or squirrels, particularly. So I've never really compared the two, but neither birds nor squirrels gives me warm fuzzies. Dogs or cats? Definitely dogs. What do I think about climate changes caused by humanity? I don't know, at this point in the show, I feel like diving into that deep a subject. You know? Would I let somebody into my home on Thanksgiving at this time? I mean, I might not be here.
I very well won't be here, although I might be home by that time. 56. All right. Way to go, 56. Thank you. I could be a podcaster. We have had a glorious audience. Just a glorious audience. And we've had a very first time here on Coffee with Ken where we took an intermission. It was a brief intermission. But it gave me the verve to keep going and talk for another half hour, 40 minutes. But we probably talked enough. It is 8:30. Have I ever thought about going missing? Pennywise, maybe you should go talk to somebody, because you keep talking about going missing. And maybe this isn't the place for you, Pennywise. It sounds like if you've got some issues that you need to get taken care of, and maybe just hanging out on social media and asking me if I thought about going missing might not be the place for you. Yeah. Where am I spending Thanksgiving? I'm going to my brother-in-law's, Noah. Yeah. Podcasts would be suitable for me. Everyone always suggests podcasts, and they want me to have guests. I think what makes my show unique is it is a podcast where I do not have guests. I just like my show. I just like drinking coffee and talking. And I think I'm pretty good at it because I have a glorious audience most days. Where you are the guests. Yeah, that's true. You guys are kind of the guests. I don't want to have some human being sitting in that chair next to me and we're talking on the podcast. That doesn't sound that great to me. I'd like to be able to gong you. And if the guest is sitting here, I can't just gong him and have him go. I would have to remove him. Or I would turn my show over to somebody that I don't know, and I'm not comfortable doing it. I must say, I might be a control freak. I like having this gong. Oh, feels good. But anyway, again, it's Saturday morning, and we've had an absolutely glorious audience today. I hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful morning. I hope you had a great, great week. You had a wonderful night's sleep. You're excited about your day. You are feeling good. You are loving yourself. You are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.